Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So, this is going to be vlog-ish. It is December, my birthday month. December 1st is my birthday. And so, we're all trying to hit our end of the year goals and all that right now. So I thought, why not do a video of me trying to hit my Goodreads goal. Now, I know plenty of people who have already hit their reading goal. I am not one. I am very far behind. So I'm going to scroll, let's see. And this is the last month to finish it because it is like a yearly goal, in case you don't have Goodreads. It basically lets you set a yearly reading goal, and you can set it to whatever you want. And this year I had mine set to 96. And I usually raise it by 24 every year because that's how much I started with. That was my very first goal. So this year, it might have been a little high for me. So when I pull up my Goodreads, it says I'm 10 books behind schedule, but that is not how many books that I need to read this month. I need to read more than that. So far I have read 79 out of 96 books. So, some quick math. I believe that's 17, right? 96 minus 79. Okay. 17 books. That is how much I need to read before the end of this year. Do I think I'm going to hit that number? Realistically, I don't think so. The most I've read in a month is, I think, like 12. So 17 is really going to be a push. But I guess if I read thinner books, I could probably do it. The problem is I haven't been in like a huge reading mood lately. So we will see. Also, I finally got a mic for this camera, so I'm hoping it makes a difference. Although you won't see this probably until the end of the year, even though I'm starting this in the beginning of December, just because I'm trying to read all of the books, So this is just going to be me basically picking up each book, finishing it, giving a quick recap. I might do a clip or two of reading, but I don't want to do like longer clips like I normally do. So this won't be like a full singular reading vlog because I don't want it to drag out forever, especially if I have to read 17 books. It's just gonna be like little updates. So it'll be basically me picking out the book, maybe a quick clip of me reading it, then me finishing it, picking out another book, so on. So for the mic, I did just get like a basic one off of Amazon. Was this a mistake? I guess we will find out and see in one of the videos, because I will be using it on, I think, all of my December videos. I'm only just now saying it in this one, and I probably won't put it in another video, which does not make sense if you think about it like in order of things, but there's Roxy. Hey Roxy, what do you want? It's just a box. There's no food. Okay. Yeah. Let's pick out my first book, which I think I know what it's going to be. So we're at the shelf, and I'm in the mood for, I think, a dark romance as I throw stuff across the room. I'm tempted to continue on with the Emily McIntyre series that I've been reading. But also, I kind of want to start something else. Okay, so the lighting is actually very terrible in here. I do not have any sunlight coming in because it's 5 o'clock, so it is basically pitch black here. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. I thought I read this, but I was reading the back, and I realized I'm thinking of Scarred, which I have read. So the next book I'm reading, I'm going to continue on with the Emily McIntyre series. I am going to read Twisted and I will let you know how it goes. And if the sound quality change is because I now have the mic attached, I'm gonna listen to this back and I'm hoping it sounds better. So, same day, it is 1 a.m. and I meant to film a clip of me reading, but I got so involved in the book that I forgot, and I finished it all. So officially done with Twisted. I liked it. I'm still sitting with my thoughts. I think as of right now it's 4 stars for me. We'll still do a normal like wrap up video. I'll have all my thoughts, but 1 book down. 16 more to go, and I will pick out the next one tomorrow. So it is officially the next day. It is December 6th. I did start this video on the 5th. I found this on the web. Oh my god. Siri, I was not talking to you. So, we are gonna go ahead and pick out my next book. I know I sped through the little review of the last book, and it's because I'm not sure how much I want to say on these, because I know I still want to do a wrap up. So, you know, just work with me on this. I was thinking I could continue on with that series, which the next book is Crossed, but I kind of want to start something new. So maybe not. Maybe like a standalone. Just don't know what I'm feeling. Do I want to stick with dark romance, or do I want to do something happier? Or do I want to do a Christmas read? I'm so sorry. It's probably going to be like this every time I pick a book. Okay, so I think I know what I'm picking. I am not sticking with dark romance. I'm switching it up, and I'm not going Christmas vibes either. I'm going to try to pick a smaller read so I can knock this out today. And then I'll pick a Christmas book probably tomorrow or later tonight, whenever I finish this. That way I can read that before I start setting up for Christmas. That makes more sense in my head. So the book that I am picking next is Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. This is the cover. I do really like this cover. And it's she pretty thin. So it is 260-ish pages. So I think I can knock this one out today. And I've heard good things, so high hopes.
Let it do its magic, and then we can go in and catch him and help him go down.
It is the next day. It is December 7th, and I'm coming back with a little update. I did finish Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. So I think we have 15 books left? 15. So far I've been good since I started the video. It's been a book a day. I don't expect that to continue on because I do have stuff to do, and so starting tomorrow, actually starting today really, my responsibilities kind of pick up, and I can't just keep shoving things off like I currently am. So this reading pace, don't expect it to continue, alright? But I thought I would hop on before I go to work and say that I did finish Done and Dusted. I gave this 5 stars. I love this so much. It's like a small town country romance, and Emmy, who is the female main character, basically gets injured from the riding circuit that she's on, so she comes home, and Luke is basically her brother's best friend, like from childhood, and he basically was raised up with them, and they come together and he helps her kind of get back into the saddle. And I love this. Like, it was everything I needed. I don't know how to explain it. I wasn't expecting much because it is smaller, but oh my gosh, this was so good. And I definitely will be getting the next book in the series. I'm obsessed. So I think I have to wait till later to pick out my next book, because right now my mattress is kind of propped up on that bookshelf in my room, because my bed frame is actually coming today. So yay, everybody's here. Although you'll see this video much later than anything that I think I've mentioned in this, like, has already happened. by the time this gets posted. And you'll see it, I'm sure, in other videos, and you're going to be like, it's been up. Well, yes, it has been up since the 7th. So it is officially time the movers, or not the movers. Oh my god, I'm falling apart. The furniture people left and they put everything up, and I've put a couple things up since then. So I can officially pick out the next book. Guys, I have a bed now. Oh my god. How nice. But let's figure out what book. I said I was going to read a Christmas book next. And I really want to read The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. However, it's technically a series, so there is a book in front of this. And I do have that book. So I think I'm going to read the first book instead, and then maybe go to this afterwards. So next book is Mr. Fixer-Upper by Lucy Score. And if you have watched my TBR video, look at me, knocking one off. I said I was going to read it. Only because I want to read the Christmas book first, but, you know, I had to do it. It's Lucy Score, though, so it should be good, I'm sure. I believe this and the Christmas Fix both are, like, have to do with kind of like reality TV, like HGTV vibes, you know, fiction shit. So I am on page 88 of Mr. Fixer-Upper, and it's days later. I think it's the 11th. I'm literally trying not to cry. So the book is so good so far. And I wasn't expecting it to be sad because it's like HGTV kind of shows. Except the backstory on like why each family is getting like their house renovated. They're all so sad. Okay, so I have officially finished Mr. Fixer-Upper by Lucy Score. I was really loving this the first half. Like, I thought this was going to be like a 4 or 5 star read for me because I was really loving it. But then it kind of took a turn a little bit for me because, well, there are a couple of tropes that I don't really like in this. And also, I felt like the main female character would not let go of kind of like an argument, or like, I guess it was more of an insecurity on her part, and she just kept taking it out on Gannon. But I did not like that because it would have been fine if it was just like 1 scene or 2 scenes, but it was like a good portion of the book. And it was just over one thing that happened, and I just was so annoyed by it. I was like, okay, we get it. Get over it. Like, come on. Make a choice here. I would say other than that, I did really still enjoy it. So I think I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 rating. Also, it is the 12th now. So that did take me some time because I got busy. So I didn't read for a couple of days. I just didn't have time to. So I think I'm going to pick a book for my actual TBR that I had posted. I just don't know if I want a thriller or another romance. Okay, so we're switching back to sports romances for a minute because I want to get this one off of my TBR. It is a little thicker, so, you know, this might have not been the best choice. But I'm hoping this gives me, like, he's obsessed with her vibes. Because that is really what I'm feeling right now. So, wish me luck. This is what we're starting. The Graham Effect by L. Kennedy. I think it's been a minute since I've updated. I just finished The Graham Effect by L. Kennedy. I absolutely love this. 5 stars. It gives me all the feels. Did not disappoint. It's probably the top 3 for me for L. Kennedy's books. Maybe top 2. Jake Conley's book is still number 1 for me. This gives Garrett's book a run for its money, which is funny because it's his daughter's book, but 5 stars. Highly recommend. I have already decided what the next book I'm going to read is. and it's Reckless by Elsie Silver. I am finishing this series this year. I'm determined. This is Theo and Winter's book, and it is the 4th book in the series. I'm excited. Cowboy romance. Here we go. Let's give it a try. So I have officially finished Reckless by Elsie Silver, and I think in my TBR I said that this one I wasn't going to love as much as I thought I was going to like. Oh my gosh, what is the book called? Hopeless, which is Bue's book, which is the next one that I need to read. I thought I was gonna like that one better than this one because I know this one has like the pregnancy trope in it, and which is not a spoiler. It's on the cover and it's on the back. But I will surprisingly say this took me by surprise. I started this literally today, even though I said, I think in my last clip maybe, or like 2 clips ago, I said that I was starting that now. I did not. I set it down and I finally decided to pick it up on the 17th. So, finish this in one sitting. I absolutely love this. I love Winter and I love Theo. 5 stars. Love. So now that I have finished Reckless, I'm picking my next book and I'm updating you on how many books we have left. So I was starting to doubt if I could actually hit this number and complete it or not, but I'm having a little more hope. Although maybe not since this is the 17th. But we have 12 books left until I hit my goal. And the next book that I'll be starting is Hopeless by Elsie Silver, which is the final book in the Chestnut Spring series. I told you guys I was going to complete a series, and I'm doing it. I'm very excited for Bue and Bailey, and let's see how it goes. So I have officially finished Hopeless by Elsie Silver. I'm going to give it 4 stars. And I'm definitely eating my words from the wrap up. I liked Theo's book more than this one. This one, the 3rd act breakup scene just felt kind of dumb in a way. Like it didn't make sense to me. So 4 stars, still really good. But on to the next book. It is the 20th and I have 11 books left. 11 days left in the year. I'm feeling hopeful. So the next book I'm going to read is Scream for Us by Molly Doyle. And it's just a small little novella. I'm hoping this will help with my numbers. And I've heard really good things. So next read. Remember how I said I was going to be back after reading Scream for Us? Well, it is still the same night. But I've read both Scream for Us and Melt for Us, both by Molly Doyle. And they are in the same series. I think it's called her like Mass Men series or something like that. So I was able to finish them both because they're both a little small, spicy novellas. Overall, from what I've heard about these books, I feel like they were very hyped up in my brain. And maybe that was my problem going into it. Also knowing it's a novella. So like it's going to be short. It's going to be mainly probably smut. That being said, 3 stars and 3.5 stars. I like this one a lot better and I like where the storyline is going now. So, still good. Still a good, quick, spicy read that you can just add really quick to knock off your Goodreads goal. They were alright. I'd recommend them. Definitely this one, I do like the storyline, but it does help to read both. And now we are 9 books away from my goal. So we went from 18 at the start of this month to 9. We are halfway there. Granted, it is the 20th. So we'll see if we can hit this. But I'm feeling hopeful. Very optimistic. The next question is, do I play it smart and stick to small books? Or do I just say, F it, and pick up something that's bigger that I want to read. The problem is I'm not like, I don't see any books and I'm like, yes, I need to read that right now. So I'm going to follow the TBR that I set. So I'm going to read a book off of that. I'm going to read The Pucking Wrong Number by C.R. Jane. See what the hype is all about on this one. I'll come back and update you guys when I have more. So I have officially finished The Pucking Wrong Number by C.R. Jane. I'm giving this 2.5 stars. This man was insane. And I read a lot of dark romances, and don't get me wrong, there's definitely insane people in it. But I think not realizing this was a dark hockey romance going into it, I set my expectations wrong. And just their dynamic. The main girl and the guy, they're like dynamic together. Didn't make sense to me. She is like, they both have terrible family lives. And she grew up poor, like living on the street. And he is I think, billionaire. And he just hands her everything and she's like, no, that's not what I want. And he does not listen to a word that she says. For a man that is supposedly like so in love with her that he's obsessed with her, he does not listen to a single thing that she's like asking of him. 2.5. But so next up I will be starting Heartstopper Volume 5. I'm so excited that this came out. And I will probably finish this today. So excited. I love Heartstopper so much. And I think it is I think it's a pretty good representation of like growing up. And it's just so wholesome and cute and perfect. So 5 stars. This was everything I wanted it to be. And volume 6 is the last one. Then the story will be over. I'm not ready for that yet. Luckily, there's no date yet, I don't think, for volume 6, so. But I love these so much. So, I think 7 left. The question is, what do I want to read? What am I feeling? Alright, I've decided I'm reading Crossed by Emily McIntyre. And I believe this is kind of like a twist on, what is it? On the Hunchback of Notre Dame. But this is not a retelling. I think she has it listed as like Fractured Fairy Tale. Something like that. So, this is up next. I'm pretty sure the last time I talked, it was, I think the 20th maybe? Maybe the 22nd? Well, it's now the 24th. And I think I said I was picking up Crossed next. Well, that was actually a lie. I picked up This Winter by Alice Oseman. And I did that because I feel like going from Heartstopper to a dark romance was just such a big jump. And I was kind of like I feel like I'm slowly getting towards like a reading slump now. So I picked something small. And This Winter by Alice Oseman is it's like a prequel to her Solitaire series. So it's this one. Solitaire is the technical first one. This is listed as the prequel. And then it is like Nick, I think it's just called Nick and Charlie. I have it. Hold on. Yeah, and then Nick and Charlie is the book after Solitaire. This does mention Nick and Charlie in it, so I thought this would be a good little continuation from Heartstopper. Because this has Tori's point of view, Charlie's point of view, and then their little brother Oliver's point of view. And this also, even though it's really thin, ouch, it talks like it's a little rough on the heart. Because this is after he's diagnosed with a eating disorder from the Heartstopper series. And basically this is him coming back from getting like treatment stuff and trying to celebrate his first Christmas back with his family after all this has happened, and everyone's trying to kind of like find their ground on the situation. 4 stars. It was good. It was a really quick read. I'm in debate if I actually want to read Solitaire next, or I think my next read, since it is Christmas Eve, is going to be Holly Jolly Cowboy by Jessica Clare. This is like the 6th or 9th book in a series, but they're all technically standalones, and this is the only one with a cute cover. So, I think I'm gonna read this. It's also a thinner one. So, get a Christmas book done right before Christmas. Sounds good to me.
From Massachusetts.
So, I have finished Holly Jolly Cowboy by Jessica Clare, and it was alright. The first half, I felt like it flew by, and then the second half of the book, it felt like it drug a little. So, I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Like, it was good, but it wasn't like anything spectacular or like that really stood out to me personally. So 3 stars. And I did finish this yesterday on Christmas, so look at me getting a Christmas book done before. Is this the first one that I've read that's Christmassy? I'm gonna say it's the second, because I read Melt for Us by Molly Doyle, and that was Christmas themed. So, the next book that I'm going to pick up, even though it is the day after Christmas, I'm reading Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey, and I have already started this just a little. It's interesting. The female is an ex-con. She just got released, and she basically was staring at this window display of a Christmas shop, I think it is. Or no, it's not a Christmas shop, it's just a like high-end store, and the manager of the store came aside and was like asking her what she thought about it. She's kind of like bluntly honest and said it basically sucked, and he was like, interesting, you should apply for the job that's available for this. So that's where I'm at, and we'll see. It's pretty thin, so I'm hoping to knock this one out by the end of today. So I have finished Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. It was alright. It was very like slow in the beginning, and that was really hard to get into from that. But once the pace picked up a little, it was good. I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. And for some reason, I feel like in the beginning of this video, I was rating books really high, and then now it's going down. And I don't know if that's because, I don't even know if that's actually happening or if it's all in my head. Or if it is happening, is it because I'm getting burnt out on reading this much? Not sure, but 3 stars. I think I would try to read this again maybe when I haven't read like 14 other books yet, or 15, however many I've read. So yeah, what do I want to read? Honestly, I can't decide right now. I'm about to go exchange gifts with my sister and then come back. And then maybe I'll pick a book. Maybe it's the next day, and we are running out of time to hit this goal. It is now the 28th. So technically the next book in the series is Solitaire that I'm supposed to read. But I was thinking we could just skip that book for now and come back to it. 'Cause from the description I was reading, I just think it's in that order because of the time period. I don't think they really I don't think it'll spoil anything is what I'm saying. Especially since I've already read all of the Heartstopper series that's out so far. I think I'm fine. So I'm going to read Nick and Charlie by Alice Oseman next. Hello. So I've forgotten to touch base. It is now the Friday the 29th, and we're really on the wire here. So I forgot to update, but I think the last thing I said I was reading was Nick and Charlie. If I didn't, well, that's what I read. So, finished that. It was alright. I think I rated it 3 stars. There was just, like, I understand they're in high school, so it's like high school drama-ish in a way. 3 stars. I enjoyed it, but it's not one that I, like, completely fell in love with. But it's not like a graphic comic. This one's actually a book. So, 3 stars. And then, instead of updating you guys that I finished that and rated that, I just went into the next book. So I read The Rejected King by Courtney Keisel. And this is what it looks like. And it is basically about a prince who has just inherited the throne. And he basically has to marry to, like, win the trust of his people in a way. Something along the lines. But it was good. I feel like I said that with, like, not that much enthusiasm. It's more like I was just, like, shocked because this is more like fantasy. And I just got the urge to pick it up. And I actually really enjoyed it. So maybe I'm going to stay on the fantasy kick. I'm undecided. Because I haven't picked up another book since this. But this I rated 4 stars. And there are more in this series. So I don't know if I want to continue on with the series. And they're companion novels. It's not like it's a continuous series. So I think I want to start the Romantic Killer graphic novel series, which I think there's only 4 in that. And if so, I have all 4. So this is what the cover looks like. I think it's basically like a high schooler gets trapped in her own version of, like, a video game. But it's like her life, but it's a video game. Something along the lines of that. But it has been on my TBR for a minute, and I think this will help fill my kick. So, this is up next. I was reading Romantic Killer, the first one, and I did finish it. It was really good, actually, and it was kind of funny. Like, it's definitely for, like, a younger audience, but it was really good. And then I decided to continue on with it. And I read the second one, which just continues the story on. And basically she gets a new, like, gaming console or something. And when she clicks on it, her life is basically kind of thrown into the game in a way. Or its own game. So, like, basically a fairy, I want to say. Not really a fairy, but I forget what she calls her, but a character from the game comes down and is like, so basically I am magical and I'm going to make you stop playing games and you're going to basically see what's around you and kind of, like, find a boyfriend from there, or find love from there, I guess. So her life completely changes and she keeps running into these guys that this fairy is, like, trying to force a connection with. But it turns out that the fairy says she can't, like, change how they feel. They already felt that way. She's just basically bringing up the timeline, making it quicker, and making them meet quicker. So I enjoyed it so far. There's 4 in the series, and I think I'm going to go ahead and start 3. But after finishing these 2, I did it, guys. I hit my Goodreads goal. I hit 96 books for the year. I did it. Thank you for coming along on this journey. I'm sure once I put this video together, it's going to be very chaotic. So, my next question that I'm going to ask before I wrap this video up is, since I did this, and I know in the beginning I said I was going to do a wrap up anyways, but I don't want it to be, like, too repetitive for you guys. The question is, do you guys want me to still do a wrap up? Because I probably will still read a couple more books. It is the 30th now, so I still have tomorrow too to read. And I think I'm going to finish off that series and then maybe start another book. I'm not really sure. So, do you guys want to wrap up or not? I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed this video and making it. Super pumped to have made my Goodreads goal. Like, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it this year or not. I don't know if I'll be adding 24 like I normally do to next year. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to set it as yet. Maybe 100. We'll see. If you guys are setting a goal for the reading for next year, what are you setting yours as? But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All my socials are linked down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.